content management system, but it is in a public domain, but accessible through internet. Later, if we can convert into a mobile-based portal, icon-based portal, which the farmer can. In some of the Tamil Nadu farmers, we have seen they can even afford to buy a good costly mobile phones, which has all features for accessing the internet and the websites and all. So if those things are available, then the repository of general contents in the web portal and available through the mobile phones are much more useful for the farming community to access to the contents whenever they need it actually. And particularly the multimedia contents like voice messages or the video, small video clips, that will be much more helpful for the farmer to understand it in a very comprehensive way by visualization. Then the other one is IVR systems based content repository, where within one or two access, the person should be able to get all the voice messages, whatever it is heard on that day, he can be able to get it and then hear it and then use it. So these are some of the examples of the process-oriented approach to content dissemination to the farmers, what we practice in MSRF. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Srinath. He has explained actually the from ground level how bottom line approach can be taken and how the farmers can be benefited by the services rendered by the MSSRF with others. So now the is open to the for making the questions.
Yeah, good morning. It was a very good presentation. Just,
can you introduce yourself first, then?
Yeah, I am Satish Kumar, representing Directorate of Oilseeds Research, a constituent of ICAR. Sir, it was a good work. Just I want a few clarifications. IKSL, they have standardized the voice messages for 2 minutes duration, but you are giving it for 50 to 55 seconds. So what is the logic behind it? Is it based on any data? Means have you tried different duration messages? One point. And second one is it you are using any service provider or you are sending these voice messages from your own server? Second point. And third one is, do you have any impact study? Impact on the level of knowledge and also impact on the adoption of these messages. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. The first one is that IKSL has standardized across India, not just Tamil Nadu, but across India they have standardized. Why? Because the title itself should be able to prepare the person to understand what is that content that he is going to get. So in this context, it is actually 1 minute, but then we can go up to 1 minute, 60 seconds, but we can provide the title or the question or the symptoms or the problems in that 1 minute, so that he is prepared to hear it and all. Whereas in our case, one is in our case, so that the next 1 minute he will be able to hear the complete solution part of it. In our case, it is only for 45 to 50 seconds. Why? Because here we are going to give a specific crop based, like in Tanjavur it is only paddy. They cultivate 2 times paddy and then followed by the vegetables or the sesame. So here basically the particular crop based, and then since it is going to be given from our the district resource center, it is very contextual to that region, context to that location, and contextual to that season. So it is very specific. So we can as well concise it to 45 to 50 seconds. Why? Because we can concise that the solutions within that period. So there is no need for extending beyond the 1 second or 1 minute actually. The second one is about the services that we are sending. In the case of IKSL, it goes to Airtel in Delhi and then get disseminated. Whereas in our case, we have hired a what you call the web. It's called a platform. Sorry, gateway. It's a gateway, private gateway in Mumbai. We buy it on a unit basis, bulk, like 10,000 units or 1 lakh units and all. Then as the unit increases, the cost reduces, of course. So that unit means 30 seconds is 1 unit. So if you are giving 45 to 50 seconds, 2 units per farmer. So that is they have given the password. Then we open their page. Then we put our content. Then we group the numbers, the farmers' numbers, as per the timing and all. We schedule it and then send it across. It gets uploaded into their server. Then the server disseminates through their SIM cards, actually, through the private SIM cards. So it is not this thing. The third one you said about the Third one is impact. One is the we often call the farmers. There are two methods we do adopt. One is, since we have the phone numbers of the farmers, we call them randomly, then find out about the not one is the technical part as to whether he is able to hear completely or whether he is able to understand whether duration was appropriate and all. Content, the technical part of it. The content part of it also we ask as to, during this last 1 week, what is the content that was most important for you, which you have used. Then he will narrate his story of particular content which he has followed it actually. Then we ask them what is the dosage you are given, what is the area you applied, what crops and all those things. There is a format given by IKSL in the case of IKSL. Whereas in our NABARD case, we call the farmers to our VRCs. We monthly basis or once or twice we call the farmers. Then through dialogue, discussion, personally, we ask those questions and then document it actually. So both the documents are there. IKSL documents are also there. Case studies where the farmer has benefited, including the cost, including the yield and cost wise. That is there. And in the case of the NABARD farmers also, it is the case studies are collected, the feedbacks are collected, and then accordingly we have modified. No doubt there is constant modifications, constant changes in those things actually. And then we have all those the case studies we are collected and we are going to publish as a book in the form of book form. I think same thing is available with IKSL also. One can at any time get those what you call case studies or the success stories. And also we share, in fact, when we get the success story, that itself is a content for the next day actually. That means we in the voice message we tell that this particular farmer has benefited by adopting this this solution or this practices knowledge, so he has benefited in this way. So that itself is a motivation for the others to follow it. So that goes as two things. One is the content as such for the practice and motivation for the farmers to use such services. So definitely there is this thing. But on an impact level, we have done a very short study, not very in a detailed way, as to how far, suppose if 4 farmers are hearing regularly, how far they are able to reach to the others. Because with one mobile, can it reach to another 10 more farmers? We have done it on a small scale. And there are cases where, particularly when we did the NREGA, the case studies across Tamil Nadu, we found that those who have SIM cards, whenever they were working in the NREGA work, so during lunchtime, the person used to keep the mobile on with the speaker. So when they are taking the lunch and the voice message comes, all used to hear. So with one mobile, all the 25 workers, they were able to hear the voice message, and then they were actually asking us, why can't we get the SIM cards now? So IKSL also promoted the SIM cards to those NREGA workers and all. So there are cases where farmers are helping others also, either by orally sharing or even when they are working, they just keep the mobile on and then liaise and all.
Good morning, sir. I'm Dipanjan Bishwas from Reliance Foundation. As you told that farmer, there is a problem in listening, then understanding, and again, capturing in the mind. So what is the strategy? Like, do you repeat your messages? And if you repeat your messages, then what is the frequency of that? Thank you.
Definitely we do this repetition of certain voice messages. When say like helpline is one, helpline queries is one actually a tool for us, in fact a supporting tool for us to understand what is the problem. Suppose if in a particular day, if the questions from 4 or 5 farmers are common, the two from a particular region, we find that okay, there is a larger, the problem is on a larger scale. So we repeat that content on the next day also, next 2 days also. There is one